وَلَا تَتَّبِعِ الْهَوَى فَيُضِلُّكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. And follow not your desire, for it will mislead you from the path of Allah.
So joking and jesting, being humorous, the actual gharad, the actual aim behind it is in order to enter happiness into someone else, to make someone else happy, to make someone else happy. That's the gharad, that's the aim and the objective of this mizah, of this joking and this jesting and this being humorous, to make someone happy and tasalli, for amusement, light amusement, as long as it is the case that it isn't accompanied with any mahdhur, it isn't accompanied with anything prohibited. Among the things that the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam himself mentioned, that type of joking and jesting that is haram and prohibited is the one that is accompanied with lying, whereby a person jokes, but he makes something up in order to make that joke. A lie as a joke is something that is prohibited. Likewise, joking by way of insulting, joking by way of mocking, joking by way of oppressing and saying things that are harmful to your Muslim brother. It might be a joke. However, the consequence of that is that it's going to what? It's going to harm the person. Attacking his honor is something that no doubt is going to harm him when you insult him, harm him when you mock him. So therefore, mizah has its hudud. Joking has its boundaries. If it is the case that you engage within that joking, within that jesting, within that humor, within the boundaries, not lying, not insulting, not mocking, and so on and so forth, then that is something that in reality, if you have the correct niyyah behind it, you'll be rewarded for. Because what's joking going to do? When you joke with your Muslim brother, how does he feel? It makes him feel relaxed. It makes him feel at ease. It brings about what? It brings about love. That's why how appropriate it is for this chapter, Bab al-Mizah, chapter of al-Mizah, chapter of joking, to come straight after the previous chapter, which is Bab al-Ulfah, the chapter of Ulfah, the chapter of bringing about love and harmony between brothers, harmony between sisters. How appropriate it is that Imam al-Bukhari has the chapter on joking straight after the chapter concerning mutual love and mutual harmony. Why? Because when you engage in this light joking, light jest with your Muslim brother, with your Muslim sister, then it's going to soon result in what? In love between the two of you. He's going to realize this person, he's good with me, he's okay with me, he's nice to me, and so on and so forth. And this is from the sunnah of Allah's Messenger alayhi as-salatu was-salam. The Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu was-salam, at times, from time to time, would joke with his companions, joke with his wives, joke with even young children, joke even with the old people. In another narration, the old woman comes to the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu was-salam, and she said, Ya Rasulullah, ud'u Allah li an yudkhilani al-jannah. O Messenger of Allah, make dua to Allah for me, that Allah puts me, the old woman, into al-jannah. In the narration declared Sahih by Imam al-Albani. Do you know what the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu was-salam said? La tadkhul al-jannah ajuzun. An old woman shall not enter into Jannah. An old woman shall not enter into paradise. How do you think the old woman feeled when she heard this? She says, make dua to Allah that He enters me into paradise. The Messenger of Allah, he says, La tadkhul al-jannah ajuzun. An old woman shall not enter into paradise. How did the woman feel, do you think? She wept, started to walk away, cried, obviously. She's upset. How is it the case? An old woman's not going to enter into Al-Jannah. But then the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salatu wasalam, when he saw that from her, he clarified to her that what? That the women, when they enter into Jannah, all women, whether they were young or old, in this life, they'll all be entering into Jannah on one single age. They'll have one age. And then he recited the ayat, Inna ansha'nahunna insha'a. Indeed, we have created them, i.e. the women in Al-Jannah, we have created them with a special creation. They'll be newly created with a special type of form. Inna ansha'nahunna insha'a faja'alnahunna abkara. And we've made all of them virgins, uruban atraba. Women that are devoted and passionate and besotted with their husbands. And they are atrab. They are women that are uruban atraba. Women that are passionate about their husbands, being equal in age. So here we have another instance where the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he joked with an old woman. Another example where the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he joked with one of the companions. Another narration that Imam al-Bukhari collects in Al-Adab al-Mufrad عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله تعالى عنه قال جاء رجل إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يستحمله. A man came to the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, asking him for a camel, a riding beast, a camel, in order to partake in the battle. A man came to the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, asking him for a riding beast, a camel, to partake in the battle. What does the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam say? He says, أَنَا حَامِلُكَ عَلَى وَلَدِ نَاقَةٍ. The Messenger said, I'm going to give you, meaning I've only got to give you, the only thing that I've got to give you, is the walad of a naqah, is the child of a she-camel. The man came to the Messenger of Allah saying, I need a camel in order to be able to partake in a military expedition. So the Messenger said, I've only got the offspring of a she-camel for you. So then the man, he said, وَمَا أَصْنَعُ بِوَلَدِ نَاقَةٍ. What am I going to do with the offspring of a she-camel? Even though we know I am an offspring of a human being, aren't I? I'm a child of a human being. Does that mean that I'm a young boy? No, I'm a man. But I am an offspring of a human being. I'm a child of a human being. So the man came to the Messenger of Allah saying that I want a camel to ride on. And obviously any camel would have been born and been given birth to by a she-camel. But the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam, out of jest and out of being humorous with his companion, he says, I'm going to give you the child of a she-camel. So the man said, what am I going to do with a child of a she-camel? So then the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, وَهَلْ تَلِدُ الْإِبِلْ إِلَّا النُّوقِ. He said alayhi salatu wasalam, is a camel given birth to by anything other than a she-camel? Obviously a camel is only going to be given birth to by another she-camel. A lioness isn't going to give birth to a camel. A human being's not going to give birth to a camel. It's obviously a she-camel that's going to give birth to a camel. But the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam said this in order to be playful and to be humorous with this companion of his.